What's up guys, this is a new tree farm tutorial. I will be showing you guys. It is spruce, birch, and jungle. It's designed mainly to grow large trees, so it's more bone meal efficient, and it is just very efficient over well. Very easy to build. Really like this farm, hope you like it too. So let's get into the tutorial. Place 3 dirt blocks up with one on the top. Break those 3 blocks and then place a double chest in this location. So we're going to place our double chest right here. Make sure you crouch on that. And now we are going to get our hoppers and place them facing into the chest. So we're going to place them in these positions, place one outside of that, and then just place 3 facing into those hoppers. Now you're going to need to come to the back, place 2 into those, 2 more, and then place 1 into that last corner hopper. Now you're going to need to put a block there, get your dispenser, and place it on that block. Now what you're going to do is get your blocks, extend this out a little bit. Now place the 3 blocks, and you're going to need to place a block on that dirt block, place a glass block off of that, and then 4 blocks in these positions. Now what you're going to need is a comparator facing towards that dirt block, repeater on 1 tick, and now we're going to come back over to where this repeater is, make sure that's all right, and going to come back, get some blocks, and place one on this block up from that. Then you're going to need to place one down from it, so I guess I'll place that block back. One down here off to the side, break that block, and I'll need to place this block again, one over here, and then extend that by 1. And now what you're going to need to do is get a repeater, place that there, 1 tick, place a block off to that, 2 more, and then redstone dust. Now make sure that's all right. Pause the video if you feel a need to do any of that. Now we're going to need this to be extended. Make sure it's 5 blocks. That's 4, 5. Now take 2 redstone dust, place them here like that, and 3 repeaters. And now that you got your 3 repeaters, make sure they're all on 4 ticks. That way the farm works properly. Now we're going to get our blocks, come over here, and kind of just staircase this up. So staircase it like that, and place 2 redstone dust on those positions. Come over to this part, and we're going to place a block on the side of that block, just like so. Place 2 pistons, and make sure these extend all the way up by 10. This will get all of the logs, and make sure there's none stuck and left in the farm. So build those all the way up. And now we're going to need to get observers. Make sure they're facing that way and build those up by 10 as well. And now you're going to need your sticky pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to need to build 1 more up to make it 10. Make sure it's 10. And now place your thing like that. Now we're going to place blocks on every other single one in this way. And we're going to use glass and kind of staircase it. So place this, just pillar it up, and then place on every other inside one. Now break those, and then you're going to need to get your redstone dust and just cover all of that, all of the glass and the blocks. This will power all of the pistons, making this farm work properly. So just get those, there, there. And now we're going to come around over here, make sure it's all right, and make sure those observers are facing that way. Now we're going to come over right towards this dirt block, and right in the very center, let's see over there which way it's facing. Then come over to the center where that dirt block is, crouch, and place blocks off of this. Now we're going to use sticky pistons and place 1 sticky piston right directly in this position behind that hopper. We're going to place another one to that side and another one to that side. Place an observer, make sure it's facing towards that redstone, and you are going to need to build this up by 10 as well. It should be just as tall as the other one, just like so. Now we're going to get the pistons and build up more. Just build these up right here, like so. And then I would recommend putting your observers first, so it'll be easier to place them in that direction. Now place your pistons. And that is all done. Now we're going to come over here and put glass over every single one of these observer faces. Very satisfying. Just fly up, or if you're in survival mode, just pillar up. And then now we're going to need to put observers facing this way first. Make sure you put the observers first. It'll be a lot easier on you. And then you'll need to put just normal pistons on the ends facing that way. Now you're going to get sticky pistons and face them towards yourself in this particular position. Just make sure all of that is 10 tall. Now we're going to take stone and we'll put the glass first to make sure it's all separated. Then we'll put the stone in these positions. This will just power all of these pistons very easily and just make it all work nice and smooth. Now we're going to get our glass. Just do the same thing we did earlier. Build those out and then break those. And now we're going to get on this side. That's all done. And this is a way, if you're like in survival, which most of you are going to be, if you just like build like this, and then you'll only have to break one, or you can place it off the redstone dust. 2, then place your redstone dust, then place 2, place your redstone dust, place 1 or 2, redstone dust, and just keep repeating the cycle till you're at the top. Now we're going to cover all of this in redstone dust. Not that one right there. Break that. Place, 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 place. Make sure it's all covered as shown. Now we're going to place there, there. Cover all of this. Can't forget that one. Make sure you don't forget any in your build. Come down here, place, 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 place. Now that that's all covered up, we are going to need to power these. How we're going to power these, or we're going to come down here, solid. Actually, make sure it's a glass block so it won't power any of the other things. Place a redstone dust on top of it. And now we're going to need to power some of these other sides. And how we're going to do that is to power these, we're going to use the observers and a piston pushing the glass. So we're going to have a piston there. Just kind of build this out. Build this into like an L shape. And then we're going to need redstone dust, repeater, not right there, repeater, those 2 repeaters, and then 2 redstone dust. Now we're going to put this one on 3 ticks, 3 ticks, 4 ticks. Make sure those are all right so the farm will work properly. Coming down here, we're going to need to make a little like C shape with a full block right there. We're going to need to place a block there, break that block, place 3 in this way, and then make sure those are all repeaters on 4 ticks. Now we're going to get redstone dust, get all that will power those, and now we're going to build up like so. Bring this over by 3, redstone dust. Now we're going to get our blocks, kind of go down here, and build down. We're going to go over by 3, down 1, and kind of like a U shape, back up, and then back down. Build those over, and now we are going to need redstone dust, repeater on 4 ticks, redstone dust, repeater on 4 ticks, repeater on 4 ticks, and repeater on 1 tick, or 2 ticks. That is very important. Now we're going to place these like so, break that, and that will power that piston to push the glass back up, pushing our logs out. Make sure that is all correct. And now that that is all done, the next thing that we are going to need to do, I think we are going to build the Make sure all of these redstone components are done and shown as right here. And now we are going to get our blocks, build out by 12, make sure it's 12. And then you are going to come down right here, build off a little block maybe. Then just you come down around here, redstone torch. And then you are going to come down around here, like I've said, like 5 million times. Come up, repeater, make sure it's just on one tick, don't change them. And then you can just go ahead and place a block off of that, and then, or 2 blocks, and then just break all of these remaining blocks. This is going to be your cube maker to put all of your logs into a nice cube for cutting down, wither cage, gas blaster, anything you would like. Just make sure that is out by 6, build up by 10. Make sure it's 10 and it's level with all the other pistons on the farm. That will, of course, make all of the logs push, and then just fill all of this in. Just fill this in as you would like. Fill those in. Fill those in, and then fill the rest. Now you are going to need to come around to the back and get some blocks and just kind of extend this pulse up of blocks. Now we're going to come over to this side, get blocks, and place them all along in these positions. This will of course power all of our pistons, pushing all of our logs. So place those, and now we're going to need to put redstone dust on all of this. Right here, this layer, and finally this layer. Now we're going to need to get our glass, and to make it easier, you can just do it in this kind of like zigzag pattern here, since we have these pistons to place it on. Place a redstone dust there and just cover that all up with redstone dust. Now we're going to come back around down here and place one here. You'll just need a redstone dust there and there, and then just make sure this is working. Now it won't work the very top ones, so we will have to put a piston post. We'll have to put a redstone post extender. So we're gonna break this one right over on the side there, and then we're going to place that with a block. Get redstone dust, place it on this piston, that piston, get some more blocks, and then we will need to place it on these 3 areas. Get a repeater, place it there, note, just 1 tick, and cover that all up in redstone dust. That will of course push all the extra pistons that won't be powered. Now as you can see, they will push a little bit after, but it will work just fine. Now we are going to make sure everything's right. We're going to need to put a timer down in here, but that's, come around, place that around like this, come down here, place that off to the side there, cover that in just redstone, come around here, and we're going to need to get some more blocks. Get in here, come around here, bring out, pick that up, and put a pressure plate right there. Now we're going to probably need to break this block so you can place this correctly. Make sure it's facing into that block so when you step on the pressure plate it powers. Replace that block, put on subtract mode, and place 2 redstone dust, and then we're going to make a little staircase. Put blocks here just to make it easy access to the farm. Now you are going to need to put a redstone dust here, gotta remember that. And now everything you will put in this dispenser will get shot out immediately. So that is for our bone meal. And now we're going to finish the cube maker so it doesn't get clogged up. We're going to build out by 12. Make sure it's 12 blocks, very important. And once you do so, Just kind of get a couple extra blocks here just for building, just so you know where it's at. You can kind of come down here, make sure you place right off to the corner of that redstone torch. And why we're not using redstone dust is because it can run out, so we will always use a repeater for these kind of builds. And break all of these, just recount them, make sure they're right, and then just break them. But we'll break those later. We'll put blocks just kind of staircasing down over to our build area, and then we'll put redstone on this later. So just pull these out here and make sure they come kind of over to your area where you have your clock for your bone meal. We're going to extend this out, and if we place one there, it's not really powered actually enough, so it will still flicker on and off. So we are going to need to get a repeater, break that there, place it there, and now when we stand on that, it will not flicker on and off. Now we're going to need to come over here, break all of this, and that is done. Now this whole farm should be completely done. Let's test it out. This is where you'll get your saplings back. You won't get all of them. Let's put some bone meal in this. But you will get a couple saplings back. And we're going to use spruce, birch, and jungle. That is what this farm is used. Turn it to day. And let's see how this works. So we're going to come down here. We have bone meal in the chest. Make sure everything's working. Place this. And bone meal's our tree. Okay, looks like I forgot to place something. Okay, anything right here? Okay, I forgot to place one redstone dust right there. Make sure you guys do this. Sorry for this. Just place one redstone dust there. That will make the farm work. Break all of these logs. As you can see, they can grow to the very top there, which is a lot of logs, and it mostly works the jungle, but all of them can. Now we are going to place our jungle sapling, and those get pushed into the farm perfectly. Little bone meal, perfect piston pushing extending. Birch works perfectly as well. Just amazing. And thank you guys for watching this video. Spruce works perfectly amazing. And as you can see, those logs will come over here. We are going to run it for just a little bit and see how many logs we get. Now that was probably just like 3 minutes, probably less, of just running the farm, and it really cranks out the logs. It is a big cube maker, so it looks a lot less, but thank you guys for this video. Please subscribe and like if you like to like things, I guess. And if you would like to put the notifications on, you can. You don't have to. I know like everyone always says, put the notifications on. But you can if you would like to see some more videos. Goodbye. Peace out.